Fantastic Feel Good Friday from the Findlay Hyundai Studios. For the drive, Devin, Dixon, Ratliff in for your listening enjoyment. Going to get you out into your weekend, out in your final workday, hopefully, of the week, and off into maybe some good summer vibes this weekend. We've got lots to get to today. Devin Dixon, Ratliff. How we feeling, Paulie?
Good, real good.
We've got a loaded show today.
Yes.
Loaded show. The Cut Watch is on at the Open Championship, golf's final major of the year. We've got it piped in. We are watching an unbelievable round from Lucas Herbert right now. He is tearing Royal Birkdale to pieces, and he's got a chance. He just missed a very, very makeable birdie on hole 17, probably about a 14-footer. Really good look. He had a dirt lie. He spun it right into the right little bowl area on 17. And if he would have birdied and made that putt, he would have had a chance on 18 to shoot 59, which has never been done in a Open Championship. The best score in the Open Championship is at this golf course, Royal Birkdale. They're playing in Great Britain, in England, Southport, and it was by Brendan Grace back in 2017, a final round 62. Of course, there's been a bunch of 59s on tour. Furyk's done it, Phil's done it, Fowler's done it. There's been a bunch of people to shoot 59, but he would have to probably hole out from the fairway, and so he's about to hit his tee shot, but he's got a 9. He shot even par yesterday. He is 9 under par. This course is surrendering the round of Lucas Herbert's lifetime right now, Paulie.
Yeah, it's good to see him having that.
I mean, I did not think I would wake up this morning, got up at, about 5:30 this morning and turned the TV on immediately. I was getting ready and making my way over to the studio, and I'm sitting there going, holy smoke. When I turned the television set on, he was, I think, 7 under par. He's added 2 birdies to that in just the last hour and should have probably just had a third. He does have a little bit of a situation where I think he's going to get relief from a gated area where the fans are, man-made obstruction here. So he should get a decent lie to try to get it close and potentially shoot 60 with a birdie. If he holds this out, he would shoot 59. The Aussie Lucas Herbert is the second round storyline, playing his final hole in the second round, and pretty safe to say that he is going to have the lead going to the weekend. The next closest is 3 back, Jackson Suber. He's done for the day.
Yeah.
He went out and had the overnight lead last night at 5 under par. He shot 1 under par. I loved his interview yesterday. Paulie, did you listen to Jackson Suber's interview?
I did not.
Yeah, I played it on the video game, but the first time seeing the course was last couple days. He's like, I went on YouTube and did the flyovers, the hole by hole.
Yeah.
But now I'm just out here. I got an analyst with me. I mean, this is the first time at an Open and the first time at Royal Birkdale, and Jackson Suber was leading the tournament. It was kind of a nonchalant, just ho hum. I just went and did it, and I love this young player's demeanor. So the young American is solo second right now. Cam Young is charging today, Paulie.
Yeah.
He just played the par 5. He is 2 under on his round today, 5 under for the tournament. Cam Young, that big pause, almost a Hideki Matsuyama-esque swing. So he is looking good. He's playing the 15th, which is a 241-yard par 3 today. And if he can grab a birdie or two, he does have one more par 5 remaining. He could be maybe in the final group come a Saturday, moving day. Some of the other names that were right at the top of the leaderboard on the overnight watch, Daniel Brown. He's already 1 under on his round. He's only through 4 holes, so he is tied for third there with Cam Young at 5 under par.
Yeah.
Colin Morikawa, who drafted Colin Morikawa yesterday, Paulie?
I think it was 2 days ago.
I think, who was that? who drafted Morikawa?
I think you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. That guy's on my team.
That's right.
I am promising you right now on a Friday,
you're not going to lose.
I'm not going to be buying breakfast.
You're not going to lose, but you might not win, but you will fall in the sweet spot of not having to buy food. People can make charges. Brian's team's got Cam Young. He's got Rory, he's got a couple good players.
Rory's even par. But wait a minute. Morikawa is 4 under.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get the list.
Patrick Reed is 3 under. I'm 7 under with those 2 guys. You throw in my third guy. Oh, the guy you passed on, Scotty, world-class Scheffler. And all of a sudden, now I'm 9 under par with my top 3. My fourth guy with Matthew Fitzpatrick, he needs to make the cut. He's sitting there at 2-3 over par. Looks like the cut's going to be 1 over, maybe even. It's top 70 and ties. It's sitting at even right now. I'm guessing that's going to go to 1 over par a little bit later. So the guy that I was pretty bullish on from England, Matthew Fitzpatrick, is my worst player, and he's still got a chance to make the cut. He's got, I think, 4 holes left on his round. He's 4 over par all of a sudden. He just bogeyed 13, and he doubled 12. Oh my gosh! So Fitzpatrick is in a little bit of trouble. So I might have one guy miss the cut. But Neiman's not going to make the cut for you.
No.
There was a big name for Brian that's not going to make the cut. So when we
Justin Rose.
Rosie had a bad first day. He would have to do something ridiculous today to make the weekend. So my top 3 are looking really, really good. And Justin Rose won't tee off in the second round until later today. So to be determined. But he's going to have to shoot 65 or 66 to have a chance to make the weekend.
Yeah.
The Open. Royal Birkdale. Giving up some numbers. I think the 11th, was it the 9th time or the 11th time they played the Open at Birkdale? And we could have a record score. And I thought the leader at the end of Sunday would be 10 or 11 under. Not after the second round, but the wind has stayed down. The conditions are great. There's some flags you can attack. There's some holes you can certainly make birdie on because Lucas Herbert has 9 of them today. I mean, this scorecard is something you dream about. Birdie, birdie, birdie start, hat trick, the turkey, par birdie, par birdie, par birdie. 6 under par in his front 9. And just cruising par birdie, birdie, par, 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 birdie, par as he plays the 18th. And he I mean, honestly, he should have just birdied. That was a very makeable putt he just missed on the par 5, 17th.
Yeah. So I'm looking at my guys. I got 3 guys that are 1 under and then 1 guy that's going to miss the cut.
Okay, so your team is 3 under. My team is 9 under. So I'm 6 ahead of you.
You're 6 ahead of me.
That's a whole lot of dollars between you and I.
Brian, while you go ahead and keep going, but I'll add up Brian.
So your leaderboard at the moment: Lucas Herbert 9 under par, Jackson Suber, the young American, at 6 under par, Cam Young and Daniel Brown at 5 under par, and then your 4 unders: Matt Wallace, Daniel Brown, Bud Cauley, Sung J M, who's only threw 4 holes in the second round, Francesco Melinati, and then your 3 unders: Pearson Cootie, Patrick Reed, Sam Burns, Colin Morikawa, Shane Lowry, John Cameron, Thomas Dietrich, Alex Fitzpatrick. I picked the wrong Fitzpatrick. Should have went with Alex. A ton of guys at 3 under. Alex Smalley's still there. Bryson DeChambeau is there. Ryan Gerard is there. Those guys have not teed off in their second round. And then the big name 2 unders, Adam Scott, who I was trying to get you to pick yesterday and didn't fall for it. JJ Spawn, Ludwig Oberg, Scotty Scheffler, some of the big names that are at 2 under par. So Chris Gotterup, Rory McIlroy, 1 under par in their second round. They're both tied 33rd. So Patrick Cantlay, 1 under par. So these are guys that right now look like they're going to make the cut. Again, even are better right now is the cut line. Guys on the cut in the middle towards the end of the round. Xander Schauffele is even par through 14 holes. He's 1 under in his second round. He's tied for 51st right there. Those evens are T51. Ricky Fowler's at even par. Russell Henley. Some of these guys like Justin Thomas, all at level par. So I have a feeling the cut will move to 1 over, especially if the wind picks up a little bit more in the afternoon. Of course, it's already afternoon over there. What is it, 2:09 in Great Britain? With a 7-hour differential, a 2:10 p.m. and 7:10 a.m. here in the Mountain Time Zone. So 7-hour differential. So and the wind's still not up, Paulie.
Yeah.
We will pick Monday's headlines on a Friday later in the show. And definitely we'll have something on the golf for you. You have to stay tuned to find out. We are off and running. There's your the number one storyline. Again, I woke up. I had the television on right out of the gate. There's nothing like waking up to live golf in a major championship. It's not the most conducive. I'm not staying up all night to watch golf starting at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or whatever time the NBC sports coverage, or you can go to theopen.com, or you can watch it on. Right now it's airing on USA for those of you that are wondering where to find the television coverage. Lots on the Open Championship today. I feel like we got a good show on tap. We'll keep dropping in leaderboard updates, but let me run down some of the other things if you're going to be with us all show long on the radio, on the mobile app, if you're listening on our website, or if you're watching. We always invite you to watch the show. Paulie's got his Rev golf hat on this morning.
Yeah, I do.
I've got my St. Andrews polo on today, since St. Andrews will be hosting the Open Championship next July over there in Scotland. But we do have some good segments today. I'm excited. Favorite MLB stars that are under 25, 26 years old.
Yeah, I like that.
We've got
our season back in play after one game last night, but the entire league back in action tonight. I think that's a good thing to kind of jump into.
We'll get our whistle wet with Big 12 football today. We're going to break down the quarterbacks, the projected starting quarterbacks, and we'll have almost a top 16 list for you with all 16 teams and their projected starting quarterback. We'll rank them for you. Me and Paul collectively will give you our rundown, and we'll give you some insight onto that. Where does Bear Bachmeier fall? Where does Dampier fall for BYU and Utah? Surely those two guys are in the mix at the top of the class in the Big 12. No question about it. But are they one? Are they two? Are they in the top five or not when you look at the quarterbacks? There's some big transfers to the Big 12 this year.
Yeah, there is. There's a couple notable ones for sure.
So, probably the most impactful guy in the portal is going to Oklahoma State. So, a lot of pub for him, and a lot of people think that's going to be a bit. Actually, they've got a lot of. Oak State was really active.
Yeah, they got the North Texas coach, Eric Morris, coming over.
And he's recruited his butt off.
He has. He kind of did a little Signetti job to Indiana. Took a lot of, like when Signetti took his JMU guys.
Yes.
Morris has taken a lot of his, I think, 9 North Texas guys, probably the best 9 that he could take. And
right.
He's going to have Nestamaker, most notably, running the offense for him this year. So should be interesting to see how Okie State responds after having their worst season in recent memory with Gundy fired and that whole debacle that was last year.
Men's major championship history is about to be made. If Herbert can make par on the 18th hole, he will shoot the lowest round ever at the Open, and he just putts it, and he pulls it and misses it. Moments ago. That is not a live play-by-play. Look, I delayed that, but it was a miss. From what, Paulie? Was that 5 feet, maybe?
Yeah, it was pretty close.
So he will go par bogey instead of birdie to shoot a chance at 59. And instead, he will have to settle for an 8 under 62, which ties him for the lowest record ever in an Open with Brendan Grace back in 2017. At this same very golf course, he shot 62.
Yeah.
We'll also, later in the show, World Cup's back in front of us. Tomorrow, the third place game. France, England, neither want to play that game after your championship dreams are dashed. It's hard to regroup and play for third.
I've heard that the third place game is fun. I've heard that it's real loose, like it's more offensively inclined because they don't have anything to lose. Really.
You haven't been talking to the players, obviously.
I haven't.
You haven't read the quotes from the players, obviously.
Okay.
You've been talking to somebody that's excited about a third place game after your dreams were dashed. You cannot convince me that these teams are excited to play in this game
Probably
after
not.
losing heartbreakers.
I think the defense will be laissez-faire, Ole style defense. I think we're going to see some goals scored in that game.
See, and I don't think so. I don't.
You think France is just going to smother them? I think.
No, I don't necessarily think that, because one of these teams will show up and one will check out if somebody scores early or gets a 2-0 lead.
Well, what's his name? Thomas Tuchel played 11 guys behind the ball and just got embarrassed in that collapse for England. I think England's going to have something to say, and Mbappe's still in the Golden Boot race, so he's going to be trying to score. So goals in the third place game still count.
Hey, you want to spin it? You hope you're right. I've seen at the youth level, I've seen at the high school level.
Third place games aren't great.
Anytime you have the championship or bust mindset and you come up short, then you have to turn around and play again. 8 times out of 10, it's a stinker, Paulie.
Okay, you're talking like a 1-0 game or something. I don't expect that.
I'm hoping this is the 2 out of 10 where both these teams actually bring the intensity and the heart and the fight and put on a show. It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. But I think it's more likely than not that a lot of people will not be giving it their all if look, you're playing for your country, you're playing for yourself, you're playing for your name on the back of your jersey. So I'm hoping that this game is still tremendous between two big soccer powerhouses.
1 and 4 in the world rankings are England and France.
So it's a big game.
It's a big game, even though it's third place game. I'm excited for it. I got to say.
And look, the other side of that equation is there's all these other 43 other teams that would love to be playing in the third place game right now.
That's right.
Mexico, Canada, Colombia, Cape Verde, Egypt, Belgium, all these teams that made the
US,
the knockouts, and then even the round of 16.
Yeah,
and came up a little bit short. The Swiss.
Everybody would want to be in this game rather than not playing at all.
I hope you're right. I hope that you are right. I just have seen it happen before where this game could be a little bit less fascinating.
I just see
potential
Mbappe
to be
having the chance to win back-to-back boots, which I don't know when that's been done.
And that's my hope. I hope Mbappe wants the golden boot back-to-back.
I think he wants to win it.
And I hope England says, oh, heck no. And they're marking him, and they're getting physical with him, and it's a clean game. I don't need to see a card fest.
Well, the Argentina-England game was a card fest.
Yeah, you got to get control.
They were very physical.
The ref had to get control of the game.
Yeah.
He had to.
Yeah.
He probably could have called 3 more cards earlier in the game before he threw his first one.
Mm-hmm.
Finally kind of forced his hand a little bit.
And I'm not a soccer savant. Like, I don't know the game as well, but it just looked like the pace of play was being mucked up by a lot of penalties, a lot of fouls. And then finally, he just started pulling them on everything. And
yeah, he let you go. And if you don't adjust after you talk to the players and you warn them, then he has no choice.
Yeah,
I thought he actually did a really good job in that game.
Yeah, American official, I forget his name, but it was his first semifinal World Cup game officiating, and I thought he did a good job. Got control of the game.
Yeah, I agree. Good stuff. We are off and running. Lots to get to. Favorite young superstars in baseball, Big 12 starting quarterback power rankings, World Cup predictions, and more on that. Continue to get you live open championship updates, the 154th at Royal Birkdale. Still got some big names out on the course. Got some big names just finishing up their second round, so there's a lot to digest. One of the biggest movers today, Lucas Herbert. He has the lead, 8 under par. He shoots 62. By the way, there's another guy out on the course right now that has a chance to maybe tie him or even shoot a similar score, and that's Sam Burns. He is playing right behind Herbert. He is 7 under par on his round. So if he can birdie the 18th, he would also shoot 62. So Herbert is not the only one tearing up the golf course over there at the Open. All right, got to get to a break. We are off and running inside the Findlay Hyundai Studios. So glad to have you joining us here on the program today. And we'll take a break and we'll be right back and we will rev it up. We promise. It's The Drive.
on The Fan.
So you never know what Paulie and I are going to do. We sit and we have our show meeting, you know, we're prepping the show, and Paulie comes up with, I want to go around the bases. And he's like, let's talk. We don't talk a lot of baseball on the show. You know, we're a morning show. Baseball is not like...
It's 162 games.
Yeah, it's such a long season.
Hard to update it
daily.
Yes.
And... So we do, I mean, we did talk about the All-Star game. I thought it was just okay. I thought the Derby was fine with the changes. The game itself was a snooze fest. Honestly, I had trouble staying connected and watching it. I mean, I know there's a record number of total strikeouts in the game, but to me, that's a little bit boring. I want to see some offense that actually mustered 3 hits in that game. But there are some stars. So we're going to go to first. We're round the bases to second for the double. We're not going to stop at 2. We're going to give you the triple. And then we're going to go grand salami home run. We're going to pick our favorite 4 young superstars.
I like that.
Are you ready? And my first guy is Gunnar Henderson of the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay, I like that pick.
I love this left-handed power bat. He can play short. He can play third. He's a cornerstone for this young Orioles core. Elite power. You know, he's a hitting infielder. Gunnar Henderson is 25 years old and has already made a name for himself big time.
All right, I'm going to go with the guy that won the home run derby. How about Jordan Walker? He's 24 years old this season, 294, 22 dingers, 74 RBIs with an 887 OPS. I love this guy. The power he had to silence all those Philly fans when they were booing him to a high chorus of boos at the home run derby was awesome. Ice in his veins. And not just in the derby. He's been a good player throughout the season. So I'm going to go Jordan Walker as my first guy.
I like that. I mean, you know, there's not a lot you can say right now. He's one of the hottest young names based on the All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
And 6 consecutive home runs when he had to hit one to beat the hometown hero, Kyle Schwarber. The game was in Philadelphia. So I like that pick. I'll admit, before the Derby, I didn't know a ton about Jordan Walker. I've not watched much Cards baseball, if any, this year.
He is a young guy and a big guy, 6'6", 250. He's a big fella, hits right, throws right, and he has been crushing the ball this year. So,
well, and I think my favorite stat was his salary, $799,000, and he got $1 million. So he got, you know, a couple $100,000 more than he'll get all year for winning the Derby. That was really cool. I mean, that go buy yourself a house, young Jordan Walker. Take that money and invest it or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
First in the league in RBIs was 74.
You can put it right into Paulie's retirement fund. That's a good investment.
That's right.
Yep. All right, going to the second base. This guy I love. Why'd you turn the music off?
It was the football music. I thought I had the MLB hot stove. But
it was. Now that I think about it, I didn't even notice that. I see why you shut it off now. This is a guy that I loved more last year. Most of the people in the country have fallen in love with him because he can do it all. Elly De La Cruz. Elly De La Cruz is 24 years old, out there for the Red Machine, hitting 277 this year. A bunch of dingers, hits for power, steals bases. He's one of the MLB leaders in swiped bags. And so, look, through the All-Star break, I mean, 277, 18 home runs, 58 RBIs. Give me Elly De La Cruz, the 24-year-old. Continues to be one of the most electrifying young players in the league with elite speed and power.
I like Elly. He's one of my favorite young players. He's definitely a guy that runs the bases fast. He can hit the power ball, the long ball. So I like that pick from you. All right, I'll go to my second guy, and I've only got one little guy on my cast, size-wise. I'm going big fellas mostly, and the next one's going to be another participant in the home run derby. How about the Japanese native Kumamoto, Japan was the birthplace of Munetaka Murakami, the 6'2", 213-pound, 26-year-old from Japan. Batting .232, 20 home runs, and he was hurt for a lot of the season. 42 RBIs, a 911 OPS. This dude just kills the ball. Didn't have the best home run derby per se. Only had 9 in the first round, went out. But coming off the injury, just seems like a really good dude, too. The Southside Samurai, he does a couple interviews. His English is a little choppy, but he's very appreciative of the fans. Thanked the water boy and the towel boy after the home run derby, gave them a bow and stuff. I thought that was cool. So he just seems like a good dude and a great player.
Look, I love it. They got him for pretty cheap. You worried about almost half his hits are home runs.
Yes.
He's not a hit for average guy. That's why you see the 223 batting average or 232.
232.
But look, I mean, still acclimating, still young. They've got him on the cheap.
Yeah.
I like this pick for you. This pick for you. How old is he now?
He's 26.
He's 26. So he's at the top age of our young superstars.
He was born in the year 2000.
Okay. At third, we're rounding third base. The third guy that I love to watch for, if you're watching baseball post All-Star break, trade deadline, it's going to get buzzing. Bobby Witt Jr. This guy has already made a huge name for himself. Look at the numbers this year, Paulie. 286, 13 dingers, 45 ribbies, 21 swipe bags. It's not 32 like Ellie De La Cruz, but he's got plenty of power. And, still looking at a 30-30 season. And one of the AL WAR leaders, like Bobby Witt Jr. in KC, is a big-time superstar. I mean,
all right.
And I think all three of these guys, Ellie and Gunnar and Bobby Witt, and I certainly think this for the fourth guy, I think these guys, when I say my favorite young superstars, I'm banking on these guys going on to have Hall of Fame-esque or Hall of Fame-worthy careers because they're so young. I mean, we're seeing contracts in baseball for 15 years right now. These guys are going to play to the late 30s at minimum. And so I love the future. It looks so bright for Bobby Witt Jr. Who you got next?
I like that one. All right. I had Witt too. So
you did?
We will bag him for my third. And then my fourth guy, I'll kind of accelerate my path around the bases because we had the same one. But my last guy, my fourth and final selection, going to come from my favorite team, and it's not because of Homer pick here.
Oh, it is.
He's batting .279, 28 home runs, fourth in the league, 64 RBIs, 984 OPS. He leads the league in runs scored. He has the most leadoff home runs for any player since Alfonso Soriano did it for the Nats.
Get out the wood.
In 2005. It's Mr. James Wood.
Get out the wood.
23 years old, 6'6", 234. He is a big fella.
Monster.
From Rockville, Maryland, from the DMV area. So this is a hometown hero you can root for.
Rockville, Maryland. Home
Stand up. OAR. That's right.
Of a revolution.
That's
yes,
right.
You are correct, Folly.
So he is from Rockville, and that's pretty local to where I'm from, actually. Probably about an hour and 10-minute drive to Rockville. And James has been the hometown hero in every sense of the word, delivering in every statistical category this season. So give me James Wood as my last young superstar.
Normally, I am the bigger homer on the show. Not today, Paulie with the homer pick, even though he called it wasn't a homer pick right out the gate.
Yeah.
Here's why I say that, because I was going to go Julio Rodriguez.
Okay.
The center fielder for the Mariners.
How old is he?
He's 25.
25, okay.
25. Hitting
just been around
301.
a while, it feels like.
Yeah, he's playing good. He's playing good. Didn't make the All-Star, but he's been right in the middle of the resurgence from the M's, even though they got some work to do in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
But I had to go pitcher.
All right.
And I didn't want to homer it like you. I'm going Paul Skeens. This is the obvious.
Yeah.
Paul Skeens, I mean, what can you say about this young star? I mean, his stats this season, incredible. Even though he burst on the scene in such a big way, he's backing it up. He's only 8-8, and that's partly because the Pirates' offense has not backed him this year. But sub-4 ERA. He can go long. He's durable. High strikeout to walk ratio. Opponents hitting about 200 off of him. Third straight All-Star appearance. When you're making 3 straight All-Star games, in the league for 3 seasons, that is incredible work for young Paul Skeens of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
I like that pick.
I mean, he's not been as dominant this year as his Cy Young season last year, but when he won the Cy Young, I don't know how you leave him off this list. And so I had to bump a pitcher in, and I had to bump my guy Julio out of those because I think those other guys are playing a little bit better in 2026. And there's a little emphasis on what have you done for me lately when we're talking about future superstars in the bigs.
Yes.
Who's the Grand Salami for you, number 4?
I've got my 4.
Oh, you already did 4.
I submitted Witt Jr. is the same as
gotcha,
yours. So
gotcha.
I'm Munataka Murakami, Jordan Walker, James Wood, and Bobby Witt Jr. is my 4 guys under 27 that I'd want to start a team with today.
Okay. And I go Gunnar Henderson, Ellie De La Cruz, and then I go Bobby Witt like you. So only one duplicate on our list, and that is Bobby Witt Jr.
That's good.
Yeah. And then,
Spread the
of course,
love.
Paul Skeens.
Yes.
Paul Skeens. All right, got to take a break. We're rolling through hour 1. When we come back, we'll give you a little leaderboard update on the Open towards the end of the hour, top of the first hour. But when we come back, I want to go to the Big 12. Big 12 football. Oh, it is right around the corner. The countdown to kick on. We are a month and a week away from college football, give or take a day. We're closing in on that, 35, 36 day mark. With week 0 coming late in August, there's 7 or 8 really good matchups in that opening week. That means we're getting close to the Utes, the Cougars, the Aggies, the Weebcats, the T-Birds, the Trailblazers, all kicking off their 2026 season. But we're going to focus on the Big 12 quarterbacks, 16 quarterbacks, and we will give you our top 16 power rankings when it comes to projected starters in the Big 12 when we come back. Show today brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. What a great day. Temperatures for the next week, Paulie, with this cloud cover and a little bit of rain the last couple days. Yeah. It's supposed to stay like this. The golf courses are going to love that rain. Everything's going to be Purina in July. Get out and play at Coral Canyon for just $80. I mean, the high is 94, 95 today. You can watch the Open till 1, and then you can go out, and it's not even going to reach triple digits today. Call and see what tee times they got for the weekend at Coral Canyon. Ask for the $80 radio special, 435-688-1700. Coral Canyon Golf Course. It's fantastic. Range balls, the cart, the golf, lunch is included with a drink, all just $80. Get your tee times. Ask for that radio special. We'll be right back. Devin Dixon. He is Polly Ratliff. TA still out of another week or so, enjoying a little time off at the adult Disneyland that is Lake Powell. Mm-hmm. So she sent us some glass kids throwing 360s yesterday. We were like, trying to make us jealous, wasn't she, Polly?
That's right.
All right, Big 12 quarterbacks. This is interesting because where does Bachmeier and where does Dampier land? This is the 16 quarterbacks. Paulie is going to throw those up for anybody watching on the YouTube. So you can see kind of the projected starters. These are the projected starters. We are going to, I'll run down where I kind of feel like the ranking should be. Now, I'll admit I have not spent hours upon hours breaking down J.C. French at Cincinnati or Alonzo Barnett at UCF. But there's a lot of names we're pretty familiar with, and the eyeball test and the statistics are there. The number one most intriguing guy on this list to me is Drew Messamaker at Oklahoma State. He gets the top spot on my list because production matters. And at North Texas, playing there last year in 2025, he completed almost 69% of his passes for 4,379 yards and 34 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. That's one of the national leaders in passing yards, touchdowns, and efficiency. Then he follows Eric Morris to Oak State. His draft stock is, projections right now. We don't know the certainty of the draft for him and his stock entirely because of the competition jump. But the arm, the coach QB continuity makes him Big 12's most interesting guy this year, and I am so excited to see him make the jump. And he's kind of that uncertainty, and so I put him at number one, not because of what he's done, but what the potential could be at Oklahoma State.
Interesting.
Try to turn that program around.
Yeah. Oklahoma State, I think with last year, I talked about it a little earlier in the show, probably the worst season in Gundy's tenure. He was blown out, fired, and they bring in Morris and brings in a lot of North Texas Mean Green guys with him, and the most notable is this Mestamaker. He had a lot of yards last year, but this is a different level of football. I would not put him number one on my list, even though he is the most impactful transfer. I think there's a couple holdovers that I would take from last year over Drew.
Okay. So who is number one for you?
Noah Fafita as a passer. I think he is the best quarterback throwing the football in the Big 12.
Yeah, and I have him at number 2.
He doesn't have Ted McMillan anymore. I understand, but he's still got some capable receivers.
You're going with the safest pick there. Maybe the safest quarterback in the league. He threw for 3,228 yards last year, 29 touchdowns, 6 interceptions.
Yeah,
Arizona went from a 4-8 team to last year 9-4. So, he grew leaps and bounds in maturity and decision making. He doesn't have prototypical NFL size, but he has timing, command, great pocket present, excellent college quarterback with some draftable traits, I would say, for Noah Fafita.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's got the best deep ball in the conference. He's got to just have some guys that'll run under it this year. I really like Noah Fafita. So I think he's my number one quarterback in the Big 12 coming back, or new entry into the conferences. A lot of these guys are transfers, obviously.
All right, at number 3, this is where I slot in Devin Dampier. Devin Dampier comes in at 3 in my Big 12 quarterback power rankings. The jump was great as he made the transition from New Mexico to Salt Lake City. 63% completion percentage, 2,490 yards, 24 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. But his major value is a runner. So you look at Fafita over 3,000. You look at Metamaker over 4,000 yards. He only had 2,400 yards, but you talk about continuity. Came in with his offensive coordinator, and Utah's quarterback play was much improved because really they had kind of had that in limbo year, and obviously they needed him to come in and solidify things, and he has the size and the fight, the NFL caliber traits and he's just a playmaker. And he's a guy that I feel like maybe be too low at 3 because of the playmaking ability.
Yeah. I think Devin Dampier was hurt most of the year last year. He had a sports hernia during the 3rd week of the year. The dud he laid against Texas Tech, he was dealing with an ankle injury. So this guy really was never fully healthy last year and still put up good numbers. Devin Dampier actually slots in at number 2 for me. So it'll be Fafita, then Dampier for me as the top 2 quarterbacks in the Big 12.
A number 4, I go Bear Bachmeier, BYU. So I don't have BYU and Utah quarterbacks 1 or 2. But I have them at 3 and 4. Bears on the fill still, West Coast College Football Magazine.
Yeah.
It was a very impressive freshman season by Big 12 standards for a freshman. 65% of his passes, 3,033 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. But he added the rushing statistics, kind of like Dampier, 527, ran tough, had 11 touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah.
And I know the Texas Tech games, when they lost twice, exposed some of his pure passing limitations.
Correct.
But I think the large picture is still very positive for Bear Bachmeier.
Yeah, I would put Bear at number 4. I've got another guy ahead of him. So if we're going to talk on Bear, I think that he is definitely a very good freshman season, true freshman season, catapulted BYU to an 11-win year. They were in the mix for the Big 12 championship game, in the Big 12 championship game. But against superior defenses, I still worry about his ability to throw the ball downfield. Tight windows, make the tough throws when everyone in the stadium knows you got to throw it.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I worry about Bear Bachmeier. I don't worry about him when it's 2nd and 7 and you're moving the ball and it's 21-7 and you're up early in the game. But when it's a tie game, tight, late in the game, 3rd down and 8, you got to throw the ball, and the whole defense, the whole crowd knows, the whole staff knows. I just don't think he has really become that passer yet. He might prove me wrong this year, but what I've seen of him so far, I don't think he makes those throws yet.
But, Paulie, he was perfect for what they had last year.
Yeah.
Like, why are you hurting him because they had L.J. Martin, some good running backs?
Yeah.
I am a little bit worried about his weapons in the receiver room this year.
No Chase Roberts.
And you lost an offensive lineman or two, so there are some holes to fill for Kalani Sitake. You lost your DC, so you can't just be content to run RPOs with Bear and punt the football because you don't have Jay over there on the defensive side of the ball. He's now with Kyle in Michigan. So there are some concerns and some questions to be answered for BYU, but they've got as good a chance as anybody to win the Big 12.
And they bring back Bear and LJ Martin, but they lose Chase Roberts to graduation, Parker Kingston to an honor code violation. So the wide receiver room, I think, questionable for BYU this year.
I agree. All right, who do you have it for?
I had that. Bachmeier was my 4th. 3rd, I've got a guy ahead of him there. I'm going to go with Connor Wegman from Houston. This guy had a good season last year, one of the more moved around quarterbacks in the transfer portal era of college athletics. But Houston had a great year last year, and it was a big reason was Connor Wegman. So I'm going to go Wegman as my 3rd best, Bear as my 4th best.
Okay.
So those are my guys.
Yeah, and I like Connor at 5, so I was getting to him next anyway. So we're not that
25 and 9 touchdown to pick ratio last year. So you know, really a decent fit at Houston, and I think they overachieved. They were ranked most of the year last year, had wins over some big schools. So it'll be interesting to see how Houston plays this year with Wegman back.
Wegman couldn't cut it at A&M, so he transfers to Houston. He had 27.05 passing last year. They went 10-3. You can't argue it was a good debut for him as a Cougar because they won 10 games.
Yes, I think Bear gets a lot of love for the season that BYU had, but the better quarterback, and that's what this exercise is, naming the best quarterbacks, not the teams.
And that's why I
like Wegman.
And that's why at 6 I go Avery Johnson for those exact reasons. Great college quarterback, probably under-delivered a little bit. His 25 season probably was more steady than spectacular. 18-6, the touchdowns to picks, 2,385 yards. But he's already tied at K-State in the career passing touchdowns record. He's thrown 48. Colin Klein, the head coach, knows how to use a dual-threat quarterback.
He was one.
Yeah.
Colin Klein.
Yeah. So he's got the tools and experience. And I think the experience being the key word is why I have him here at number 6.
Okay, I like that.
So I got Wegman at 5, you had him at 4, and then I go with at 6, Avery Johnson.
Okay.
At 7, I got DJ Lagway from Baylor.
Yeah, former Florida quarterback, really never really delivered there, but they're expecting big things from him at Baylor, former 5-star recruit.
I think he's one of the harder quarterbacks in the league to rank because the ceiling is the roof, and the 2025 tape and the upside are kind of fighting against each other. I mean, at Florida last year, he completed 63%, 2,200 yards, 16 touchdowns, 14
he wasn't good.
Interceptions.
He was never good.
That's a number you can't ignore. 16 interceptions is very high, but he's a 5-star. He's a former number 1 quarterback recruit.
Yes.
He's that type of talent.
Yeah, he's talented.
But right now he's more talent than proven, and so that's why I can't go any higher. He's intriguing to me. I kind of put a mid-pack.
That's why I have Fafita 1, is he's proven. He's done it for multiple seasons. Lagway living off the hype of his recruiting acumen here. I mean, he gets these offers, these NIL packages. I'm sure Baylor's paying him a lot of money. I would have him low on my list. I don't know. I'm not a DJ Lagway fan. I've watched a lot of Florida football, never really been impressed.
Yeah, but Florida has a tougher schedule than Baylor.
They do. That's right. I would take Will Hammond, the Texas Tech backup, over DJ Lagway.
See, and I'm not as high on Hammond.
He played well against Utah when what's his name went out.
Well, and with Sorsby ruled ineligible, what does that tell you, though? That they were not confident moving forward with Hammond. They paid Sorsby a bunch of money, so that's why I'm not as high on him. I have him all the way down at 11.
Okay, you got him deep.
He's coming off a torn ACL, which scares me a little bit. He's not even going to be cleared until late August.
He should be ready to go by like week 2. I think they say he might not play week 1.
Yeah, I always worry about the psyche of an athlete coming off.
And they obviously were trying to bring in someone at a high number to replace Baron Morton was the guy's name I was trying to think of.
Yeah, Baron Morton.
And Will Hammond, of course.
He was hurt all the time.
Baron Morton wasn't very good against Oregon. What did they put up as goose in the
I know
in the playoff
but
game?
How can you rank him 7 when you were trying to bring Sorsby in over the top of him?
I just think what I saw from Utah, the defense, and we know how good it is. And Hammond came in the second half and lit that defense up. He looked pretty good.
And scouting report. Not in place for him. There's a number of variables there.
I'm taking a risk on Hammond.
You're going
I
off
think
one half.
He's got the most talented skill core probably in the Big 12 with
I'm
the
so
receivers,
sick
running
of
backs,
Tech.
and all
I don't
that.
want to give Tech any extra love.
All right, no love for Tech.
No, my gosh. I got Jaden Craig at TCU at 8. Alonzo Barrett at UCF. I ranked 9th as Big 12 quarterbacks. Jalen Rayner, 10. Rayner is interesting. Because he transfers in from the Red Wolves of Ark State.
Yeah, that's
and he threw for 3,300 yards for them.
Yeah.
The turnover piece, though, was a little loud. He had 11 interceptions. But 36 career starts now under his belt. He gives you some experience, although it's a jumping competition, and he had already thrown for almost 10,000 combined yards. You know, that gives Iowa State some
just
opportunity.
Their coach.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what to expect.
Their whole team left in the portal.
You don't know what to expect from them.
Their whole team left in the portal.
Yep.
So, I don't know. I don't have much faith for Iowa State next year.
Well, he's got a lot more experience than Will Hammond.
Who, Rayner?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But the rest of the team is all gone. He had to build a whole new team by himself, this coach.
Fresh start, baby. Look what Signetti did in short turnaround at multiple programs, jumping, and then winning the Natty. That doesn't scare me. Everybody turns over rosters in today's college football.
I will get you the win total for Iowa State, and I think I'm going to be proven correct here. Hold on.
You don't even know it, but you're
don't know
already
it
calling your shot that you're going to be proving yourself right, and you don't even know what it is. That's a really compelling selling point. You really sold me.
Over 4.5 minus 170. Over 5.5 plus 164. So, yes, they don't expect them to even be bowl eligible this year. That team will be just disastrous.
Okay, that's not this list. This is a quarterback power ranking, Paulie. It doesn't have anything to do.
It hurts when you don't have anyone to throw the ball to, but...
Well, then neither of us should have Bear that high. If you're going to live by that theory.
All right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, the talent is there.
Matt Campbell's gone to Penn State.
He's
they all
already thrown
him.
for 9,800 yards in his collegiate. He's got 9,800 yards of statistics.
All right.
And you want to put him last or what?
Not
because
last,
the team sucks?
The team's going to be the worst team in the Big 12 potentially, so we'll see.
He's got a ton of experience.
Yeah.
I got Cutler Boley at 12, J.C. French at 13, Julian Lewis 14, Michael Hawkins, West Virginia 15, and Cole Ballard at Kansas 16. That's the list. We got to get to a timeout. We're back in a flash. By the way, we drew for some winners yesterday on the show for the Stephen Wade Red Tag $15,000 giveaway.
Yeah.
And we got a couple of our listeners that will have a chance to win some cash, Bally. And we're going to take another qualifier, probably next Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. And Milt, congrats. He was one of our 2 drawings from everybody on the text line that texted in. We had, I don't know, 3-4 dozen people that want to get in on this. So it was had to get a little bit lucky to win the drawing. And remind me the other name, Paul. You still have the text line up? I think it was Anthony.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So congratulations, and they will be next week out there at the Jellystone Park to try to win some cash. Let's get you what's trending, shall we? We've kind of hit on the Big 12 quarterbacks there moments ago. We did a little bit of a leaderboard update. We talked young superstars in baseball. We went around the horn, around the bases. But let's get you some other storylines making news. Brought to you by Zag. Protect your phone better. Get a screen protector with a lifetime warranty. Phone cases with a warranty. Charger ports, accessory, charger kits for on the go, for travel, for whatever. Find it at your 2 St. George or your 1 Cedar City. Zag. Don't zig, just Zag. All right, let's do it. Let's go to the leaderboard at the Open Championship here. Story number 1. This is the big thing I will be watching from over the weekend. Thank you, voice guy from above. Lucas Herbert, the storyline, but he's going to have to share some of the storyline because he shoots a 8 under 62. He just finished his round about 20 minutes ago. Bogeyed the final hole. If he would have went birdie, he could have shot 59. He ties the lowest round ever at the Open Championship with a bunch of other guys.
Wow.
And then moments ago, he's got to share the headlines with Sam Burns because Sam Burns fires the same number. Burnsy was 3 over par yesterday, Paulie.
Yeah.
Clean scorecard, 2 under on the front, and then 6 birdies, including 3 in a row to end his round today. Birdies on 16, 17, and 18 to get all the way up to tied for third. So he goes from outside the cut line, shoots 8 under to T3. Right now, as it stands, and this is certainly going to change, but as of right now, Sam Burns has jumped 103 spots in this tournament with a sizzling 62. Lucas Herbert was even par yesterday, which was like tied 38. So he jumps 38 people or tied 39th. With his 8 under round. So Lucas Herbert is 8 under total, leading Jackson Suber, who's done for the day. He shot 5 under yesterday, 1 under today. Young American is solo second at 6 under par, 2 back. And Cam Young and Sam Burns are both at 5 under with Sung J M. Then you got a bunch of guys chasing at 4 under. A lot of the 4s, 3s, 2s, still the afternoon wave has yet to tee off out there at Royal Birkdale.
All right.
Number 2.
I got one.
Go ahead.
This came across the wire. Roger Goodell told Sportico that Japan is a country the league is very interested in playing a game in, and there are about 10 other countries he'd like to see host NFL games as the globalization and expanding of the NFL brand continues worldwide. Japan for a game. What do you think about that?
I mean, I like a little
We're
bit.
doing Australia this year, right?
I like a little bit. I'm okay with, 4 or 5 games a season.
Yeah.
And if you want to mix it and go, to Australia this year, next year you want to go to Japan, that's fine.
Sure.
Just if people want to watch the NFL, just like if I want to watch the Premier League,
You got to go there.
you go there. I
Yeah.
want the experience of going there. So while that's great, I would much rather go to Seattle if I'm
Yeah.
from Japan.
That's right.
And watch a Seahawks game and see how loud that crowd can get.
And imagine being a season ticket holder and losing one of your home games to Japan
So-
or Australia or
and
Spain.
The other thing is how to keep this, fair for everybody. With 17 games, somebody's got to consider it a home game. That's one less. That's
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
It's a little bit tricky. So I don't need Goodell going bananas on this. I mean, yes, you want to grow the sport. Yes, you're fighting with football, soccer, for the world's favorite sport or most polarizing sport. I think we saw that soccer drew at the World Cup and it is still number one globally. Yeah. And the NFL is trying to tap into that and close that gap a little bit.
New markets.
We know the NFL is number one in the United States, surely.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, how many people watched the Super Bowl in February between the Seahawks and Patriots? 31 million, 32 million?
It's something like that.
The USA-Belgium round of 16 soccer game in Seattle, a week and a half ago?
Yeah.
Drew 33 million U.S. viewers.
That's right.
So, I mean, you're right there with the same amount of people watching the Super Bowl as they watch the USA versus Belgium World Cup game.
That's right.
So what's that tell you? And Goodell's going to continue to move it around and find partners that make sense and then revenue and make it bigger than it already is, the National Football League.
All right.
What do you think about Japan?
Oh, sorry. I don't really care for the global
That doesn't
games.
excite me. I'm not flying to Japan to watch an NFL game.
I just don't really love it for people that do get season tickets every year, and they want their 8 home games, and they don't get
or
it.
9.
Or
Every
9,
other year you're supposed to get 8 or 9.
Right. That's right, with the 17 games.
So you might get 8 or 7.
8 or 7.
If you have to go play one of these games across the pond.
That's right.
Or across the world.
And they don't really play great matchups in a lot of these international games.
No, a lot of those international games. I remember the one or two that it was like 6-7.
Yeah.
I mean, going into the fourth quarter and you're like, yawner.
Yeah, Commanders Dolphins with no Daniels or Tua last year.
Yawner.
Backups in both teams, and it was like a 7-7 game going to overtime.
Yeah.
So like a lot of these games end up being stinkers, and I don't really care about them. So let's go to the next one.
Number 3.
I got the World Cup schedule for this weekend as France takes on England. That'll be Saturday in the third place game from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. Line right now, France on the 3-way, -110. The over-under, 3.5 goals. 3.5, I told you, they're expecting a higher scoring game in this one. So France-England, 3 p.m. Mountain Time on Fox on Saturday. And then the granddaddy of them all, the big one, the World Cup final between Spain and Argentina, 1 o'clock Mountain Time on Sunday on Fox from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Spain, the slight favorite on the 3-way money line, +125, over under 2.5 goals in this one.
Love it.
What do you think?
I'm ready for the next headline.
Ready for the next one.
We're going to get to our picks and previews. I'm saving my soccer for later.
All right.
Everyone is waiting on the old GOAT. Last night was pretty light sports night, right? You had, I was watching the Golf Channel a lot, but the All-Star games resume play after the break tonight. So you didn't have baseball last night. You had an NBA plane that went faulty. You had no World Cup games. So it was a light sports night last night on a Throwdown Thursday. So a lot of people went back to talking about LeBron James. He met with Pat Riley. The Heat have made their pitch. It looks like Cavs have made their pitch. Phillies made their pitch. And LeBron's decision gets closer and closer. 41-year-old free agent. I mean, the longevity, the statistics, it's an amazing career.
Yeah, Silver even said, we have a quote, we have to finish up the schedule, and where LeBron plays affects the schedule. It will influence how we set the schedule, opening week, Christmas. So I need him to make a decision.
And hopefully we don't have to make it last too much longer. It's getting closer and closer. He was with the Fanatics Fest.
Yeah.
In
the big
New
autograph
York.
collectors thing.
He was sitting alongside Tyrese Halliburton yesterday in New York, but he declined to reveal his destination. But he did say it won't be much longer.
All right, good.
So we are getting close.
All right. I like that.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Number 5.
Let's see. Where do I want to go next? There's a couple of things to get into here. Let's go to this story next. NBA's Adam Silver speaking on WNBA player Caitlin Clark. Adam Silver said he's got to know Caitlin Clark. He said that she is dealing with what he called political football. Okay, amid all the debates about officiating the WNBA, the physical play, intentional fouls, flagrant fouls. There was that latest incident involving Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark and Phoenix Mercury's forward Alyssa Thompson. He said, and I quote Adam Silver here, NBA weighing in here, ultimately the issues around Caitlin Clark are not largely about officiating. And that particular incident is not about whether a foul should have been called at the time in the game or whether it was ultimately a flagrant foul on review.
Yeah.
I have come to know Caitlin really well. She's an incredible player, incredible person. She wants to focus on being the best player she can. She's become a bit of a political football in this country, and I think it's incredibly unfair to her. I don't think that issue is ultimately about officiating. It's become political ping pong for her, and she's a young woman who's trying to improve her game. So Adam Silver backing Caitlin Clark and maybe telling everybody to chill with the politics in the WNBA a little bit.
Yeah, I think I like that from Silver, just trying to kind of calm down the storm that is the Caitlin Clark dynamic. So it's been quite the story since she broke into the league. I think that Caitlin Clark's been the most influential women's basketball player we've ever seen. And she is getting some defense from a very notable figure in the NBA in Adam Silver. I thought that was pretty cool. So let's go to the next one here.
Number 6.
Number 6, NBA Summer League continues in Las Vegas. Maybe some of you got a chance over the next couple days to go down, or you had a chance the last couple of weeks to get down there. And, of course, the spotlight remains on this year's rookie class. Very talented rookie class out of the draft. Everybody's evaluating the young talent. Even the second-year guys that are looking to make progressions and strides. Jazz are back in action tonight. And then going into the weekend, the tournament begins.
Yeah.
And so the Jazz are guaranteed at least, 2 more games today and 1 more. If they lose, they will be done. Of course, they got the extra 3 games in Salt Lake, so I don't think the Jazz are in any hurry to try to win the Summer League and get a couple extra games. Although Darren Peterson played the other night, he only had 15 points, and he played limited minutes.
That's right. Yeah, I think his run in the Summer League pretty close to an end, but we'll see tonight.
Yeah.
Number 7.
I got one from Yahoo Sports. This is pretty cool. FIFA will award Super Bowl-style championship rings to the winner of Sunday's World Cup final between Argentina and Spain. 30 rings will go to the winning team members, while 1,996 limited edition versions will be sold to fans.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they'll make some money.
They'll
cover
money.
the cost of giving them the winners with the 2,000 almost fans.
That's right. And I think with all the hydration breaks, they can afford a couple rings this year. So let's go to the next one and final one.
8.
Well, let's do this headline, Paulie. We haven't talked about this on the show at all, but the Tour de France is going on right now.
Ah, okay.
And there was a couple years where I was hanging out with some cyclists. I even went cycling around town. I kind of was getting into that a little bit, and I've watched the Tour de France on occasion, but it's not a destination watch for me. But I know a lot of people love this. But they're entering the pivotal stretch as the battle for the yellow jersey intensifies. The toughest mountain stages are still ahead. The overall standings remain very much in play heading into the final week. And I'm not going to go through all the names. There's not there's not an Armstrong in the field, and some of the big names that you kind of got familiar with over the years.
Yeah.
A lot of new young names in the sport. Do you care or not care about the Tour de France?
I'm kind of indifferent. Don't really care, but
Yeah,
I feel like it's had its height.
It had its high,
when Armstrong,
and then it had its drugs and
scandal, and
superpower drug enhancing era.
That's right, the doping era and all that. So yeah, I mean, I definitely had a fascination with who was it? It's not Neil. It's Lance Armstrong. Yeah, I always get those two mixed up. But
yeah, the astronaut is not the cyclist.
Not the cyclist, yeah. So Lance Armstrong, he had those Live Strong bands. You know? I had one. I actually had one in middle and high school. But, yeah, the whole scandal with cycling just got to be too much, and I never really followed it. So I'm indifferent on the Tour de France.
Yep. Not an American in the top 5, I don't believe.
Okay.
So, Pogacar remains firmly in control of the yellow jersey. I couldn't tell you a thing about this Pogacar. There is one story I was reading the other day. There's a Paul Sykes, who's just 19 years old. He's kind of been the surprise of the tour. He's sitting 5th overall and leading the white jersey competition. So a couple little nuggets there. That's your top 8 at 8. Isn't it great on a feel-good Friday? Paulie and I are going to take a break. We're not done. Show today brought to you by Game Day Men's Health. Game Day Men's Health standing by If you need to get your testosterone checked, they offer the free T-test. All the guys out there, if you're over 40, 45, 50, and you're looking for more energy, a boost in the gym, a boost in libido, and you want to reclaim your game, T as low as just $50 a week if you get signed up for a limited time. Book your appointment by calling or texting because they're not in the office yet. You can leave a voicemail or you could text and say, hey, I want my free T-test. When can you get me scheduled? Heard it on the Fan Sports Network, and it's absolutely free. Here's the number. Call or text right now, 435-265-4223. I'll give you that number one more time so you can get your phone out of your pocket. 435-265-4223. We are back talking sports after a quick timeout. Yeah, we're rolling, baby. Oh, I'm sitting here watching golf, watching JT try to make the cut. Just getting out on the course. Scotty Scheffler has hit the course in the second round. We've got an update, live leaderboard look for you real quickly. Then we'll do a deep dive coming up next segment. But Lucas Herbert, 8 under par on his round today and shot even yesterday. So 8 under par for the tournament, has a 2-shot lead on Cam Young, who just birdied to get to 6 under, and Ty Jackson Suber, who's in the clubhouse, also at 6 under in second place. Sam Burns shoots 62 like Herbert does today. 8 under par. He goes from 3 over to 5 under. He is in fourth, tied there with Sung J M, among others. This course is gettable right now, Paulie. Very, very gettable. We'll take a deeper dive coming up in a few minutes. But I want to spend a minute. I want to bring it back to local and do some local stuff for a second, Paulie. I am really starting to get intrigued, and I'm starting to get fired up. Year 3 of the Lance Anderson era at Utah Tech. The charity golf tournaments, spring football's in the rearview mirror. They're going to be reporting to training camp here soon.
Yeah.
And really, you look at this schedule for Utah Tech this year. This is another gauntlet. I feel like a broken record a little bit with Utah Tech's schedule. I mean, just making the jump to the FCS a number of years ago. And they'll play 6 of 12 games under the lights. Okay, so you got half night games, half day games for Utah Tech this year. But the first 3 weeks just really jump at you, don't you? Montana State, BYU, and Montana. You get Montana State at home week 1. Then you got to go to BYU. That's a money game. Yeah. And then you go to Washington Grizzly Stadium up in Missoula, which is an awesome college football environment. It's going to be a ruckus crowd there. I mean, Coach Anderson would love to be 2-1 somehow, some way, but if he could just win one of the first 3 games and avoid going 0-3, I think it would be a tremendous start, it's one of the toughest starts of any FCS team. I don't care who you're playing, what money games you're playing. This is a very difficult start with Montana State, and BYU the first 3 weeks.
Yes, and 5-30 is the record for Utah Tech since 2023. So obviously that is including Coach Peterson's last year at Utah Tech. So from the last year, the Peterson era, to the first 2 years of Lance Anderson's era here at Utah Tech, it's been a little rocky. I think this is the year you need to. Year 3 for most coaches is when you expect the jump. You want to see more of his guys in the program, whether that be from high school recruiting or transfers that they've targeted. This should be the year you should expect some improvement despite the hard schedule. I definitely think there should be more than the 2 wins that were amassed last year.
Yeah, and it's tough because, you lost some guys in the portal. I mean, people are coming in. If they get a play, it doesn't matter if you're a young freshman, sophomore, or you're even a junior, and if you have some eligibility, you're going to see guys continue to jump. And this year, the offseason, no different. Yeah. You saw Utah Tech edge rusher Dallin Havea, for instance. He's headed to UCLA after an FCS freshman All-American season. Yeah. You've got Eric Olson, who's now an Oregon State Beaver, good tight end out of Desert Hills High School. He had 1 year left and went in the portal and got some NIL to go up there to Corvallis. Yeah, and so you got players like that were integral parts of the offense and the defense, and those are just 2 examples. I know there's more. Yeah. And so it's tough to reload year after year. You take a guy like Eric Olson, who's a hometown kid. He went to high school here. He originally is from Oregon, so he does have some roots and some family back up there. It is a little bit of a homecoming of sorts that way. And really, what was the report on Lance Anderson when he arrived here at Utah Tech? He was a Stanford defensive guy with Coach Shaw. It was, there on the coaching staff with guys like Christian McCaffrey and big names. But he was a great recruiter, and Utah was his area that he recruited hard. Stanford, if you remember, they always had a couple of studs from the great state of Utah, and Anderson got a lot of credit for that. And so now he's really trying to hit up his home state, and he's competing against BYU and Utah State for the top kids in the state.
Sure.
I think Utah Tech has really hit California hard as any state, probably more hard than they've hit Utah. They've hit Arizona a lot. Neighboring states, they got a lot of Vegas kids on the roster on a season to season. I'm not going to give you an average number because I don't know it. But look, there's
of the 10 signees in the 2026 class for Utah Tech, 5 of them are from California.
Yes.
So half of them
Correct.
are California kids.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, they got some guys in the portal that we don't know much about. We don't know how they'll fit in. We don't know what the pecking order and the depth chart's going to look like come first game against the FCS national champs, Paul. I mean, St. George, we are hosting the national champs week 1, and then you're going to BYU week 2, and then you're going to Missoula, and I've done games in Missoula twice. They tailgate. It is big-time football in the FCS. It is as big as it gets in the FCS at the University of Montana. If you could go on the first 3 games and watch the home game against the champs, you go to 2 BYU and 2 Montana, that's going to be a heck of 3 weekends to kick off your college football season.
That's right.
I mean, that is going to be a tremendous road trip if you wanted to go to Provo, which is not a tough drive. What does it take? Maybe 14 hours, 13 hours to get? You probably want to fly to Missoula.
Yeah.
But you could drive it if you got a bunch of guys together and want to share, gas.
And we'll learn more about these teams. I mean, this obviously being the inaugural season in the Big Sky, this should be interesting to see some of the road venues and the home opponents, how their fans travel. We've heard about Big Sky football being a bigger deal than UAC football. And I think it's quantifiable in a lot of ways by how many fans show up from the away section. Largely Utah Tech's away section in the UAC has been pretty empty.
Yeah.
Besides SUU.
The only I've been in the Big Sky. I had a 4-year stint doing games with SUU from 2017 till 2021, and I've been to every stadium in the Big Sky. And I've been to the Walk-Up Sky Dome, and it's okay. I've been in Northern Colorado. Our fans are as good as theirs. Yeah. You've seen SUU and Utah
Weber
Tech head-to-head. Weber's going to pull.
And they're gonna be on the upswing. I love the care hire for Weber.
I think a lot of people do, myself included. I agree with you. But Portland State, even Cal Poly, Idaho State. I'll tell you, UC Davis in Eastern Washington, though, Montana State, there are some venues that will be packed and they will be loud.
Okay, I like to hear that. But also, how do their fans travel? Because this is
Montana State's travel well.
This is more of a regional conference. You don't have as many Texas schools. You don't have as many Washington State schools.
You saw the crowd week 1 last year.
I'm talking about
the best crowd of the year.
I'm talking about not the Utah Tech fans. I'm talking about the
away me too.
stands.
When we played at home against Montana, the first week of the season, it was the biggest crowd of the year.
Okay.
They traveled well.
All right. And I like to see that from opposing
Now, I'm not
opponents.
saying that's going to happen for Northern Colorado, for the Bears.
Yeah,
or for
not every
Portland
school.
State.
And that's the same for the Big 12 or the ACC or the SEC. There's certain schools that don't have a traveling fan base. But now that we're in more of a regional conference where these schools are closer together, more of a footprint of the area, opposed to being some Texas, some Washington, some Utah. I think that there should be some really good crowds on both sides of the stands.
Let me ask you a question. Do you like the fact that you play Montana State, the defending national champs, at home, and it's actually week 1 and it's a conference game?
Yeah,
you normally want 3 games under your belt before you start a conference slate.
Yeah.
Jockeying for position, figuring out depth charts, seeing who's, PTPers.
You kind of find out what you got week 1, though.
Yeah, but they are going to be tested.
Game. I like that about that game.
And it's a conference game at home to start.
That's right.
And then you get 2 non-conference games because BYU, and even though you're at Montana, that Montana game is not a Big Sky game. It was already on the schedule. It is not a Big Sky game.
No Montana State last year. That was 2 years ago.
I said Montana.
Oh, Montana. Okay.
Look, or am I thinking 2 years ago?
It was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. Okay. It was Montana State.
It was Montana.
Yeah, but they were 4th in the country or something, and they came in, and that was they lost 31-7, but it was a great crowd.
And 2025, no Montana schools played. Yeah. So,
but they'll play them both this year in the first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah.
But Montana State is conference, and Montana is not.
Should be fun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 conference games. So it's a 9-game slate. So every other game you play, except for Northern Arizona, is a Big Sky game. So you're really outside of BYU, you're playing all Big Sky schools, but 2 of them are not counting towards the conference slate.
Okay.
A little confusing because of you were scheduling.
You already had some opponents before they switched conference.
Correct. You had contracts, you had honor, and then you had then they moved to the conference, and so it's just it'll work itself out in the long run.
Yeah.
After you get through some of these guaranteed contracts.
But I think
and
the
whatnot.
theme of last year for Utah Tech was close but no cigar. I mean, they started off last season, that UC Davis game, who was ranked number 7 at the time when they played them. 31-24, 7-point loss. The next week, they played the 19th ranked Northern Arizona, 38-31 loss. Like, they had so many games they were in last year, and want to see them finish next year. I think that's my theme for next season, for this season, at Utah Tech. I think finishing is the thing that they need to really embark on this year and be good at.
I think the run game could be improved. We know it's probably Deacon Hill or Bronson Barbin at quarterback. Excuse me, wrong Barbin. Bronson Barbin. They're so close to each other. I said it right, didn't I?
I think you did.
Bronson Barbin, because Reggie Graff, he had 1 more year of eligibility. He threw his name in the portal. He didn't sign anywhere, so he's just going back to school. He's done.
Okay.
And I thought, development wise, Greg Stevens, the offensive coordinator, utilizing Reggie and Bronson kind of made sense, but I'm kind of hoping we can get away from the 2 quarterback system a little bit this year.
Yeah. We've had it since the Peterson era at Utah Tech.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have one true starter, it kind of scares me a little bit that you have different guys that have different skill sets and you can utilize them different ways. I think you tip your hand a little bit.
And there's difference than having a package for somebody and then playing them a lot of, like 40% of the snaps, like Reggie. It was like a 60-40 split, which I think really causes rhythm issues for the true starter.
I honestly thought running RPO with Reggie probably maybe gave you the best chance to win.
Did. I think last year it did.
But I think Greg Stevens is like, look, we're going into year 3. I need to see what I've got with Barbin. I need to develop him. He's got a huge arm, and so Deacon Hill was hurt.
Yeah.
Now Deacon is back.
He's
they brought in a couple other quarterbacks to compete. It's not Bronson Barbin's job, so to speak, today, but I think it's his job to lose going into fall camp. I mean, he is the incumbent. He is the front runner, if you will, to be the starting quarterback for the Blazers, the former Dixie Flyer QB. And of course, he's got some familiarity there with Greg Stevens. Barbin's got some familiarity with their quarterback coach, who is now Blaine Munkers. His retirement didn't last long. He retires from high school football, and they lured him over to Utah Tech to help with Lance Anderson, a great football mind. We're big fans of Coach Munkers around here. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun. And the roster and the starters, can I name 5 or 6 starters on each side of the ball? Sure, I think Ace Chapman's going to be the starting running back for this team.
Yeah.
Dalen Love's going to be a dude at linebacker. Brevin Chisneska is going to be a stud in the secondary. I mean, I can name some guys that are going to be back. They're going to be Jaquil Mitchell. I think you've seen another local kid that's had a really good spring before they shut him down and didn't scrimmage him.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see him be dynamic at the wide receiver. You also have Prince Zombo, the transfer from BYU, that is coming down to play wide receiver.
I think he was here last year.
You've got Deshaun Jones.
But he just didn't play.
He did. He was hurt a lot.
Yeah, he was hurt all year.
Or
last year.
Deshaun Harrison, excuse me. So I'm interested to see how the wide receiver room shakes out and what the depth looks like. Will Alaval's back.
Yeah.
My guy that I loved at Crimson and then Utah Tech, I think is hanging it up. I think he's left the team. He's done. That's Jay Sweeten. We saw him start to get a lot of time last year, but he is not back. The only preseason all-conference guy is their punter, Ryan Marks.
Okay,
so a lot of unknowns.
Yeah, a lot of unknowns for
Quincy
sure.
LeJay is back. That's a big name that fans should remember. Kona Crowell, another local kid, got some reps as kind of that third back. I'm really interested in one guy to see how he develops and fits in.
Who's that?
He's a Region 9 kid, so not a shocker for me because I called his games in high school. But let me see if you can get it, Paul. You ready for a little trivia?
All right.
What player in the first series of their senior season tore their ACL and MCL in Region 9?
Region 9. It's a Snow Canyon kid, wasn't it?
Correct.
Yes. I don't remember his name, though, off the top of my head.
Archie Therafall.
Therafall, that's right.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he's cousins with Bronson Barbin.
Okay.
I think they might be cousins.
Yeah.
And look, he had to rehab, and now we'll see if he can get some playing time this year. See how that knee holds up.
One of my favorite players coming back, he's on the roster. I was worried he would be a portal target for a lot of teams. Limited playing time last year, but I liked what I saw from the 6'3", 230-pound tight end Caden Eggett. He had 9 starts last year, hauled in 24 balls for 266 yards. Now with Olsen gone, right?
Yep.
He will step into presumably tight end 1 role for the Utah Tech Trailblazers.
Yep.
So I like Eggett.
Go look at the schedule. 12-game slate. Montana State, BYU, Montana, then all the Big Sky games. It's going to be a gauntlet. 20 top 20 hardest schedule in the FCS. What were they, 18th? 19th ranked toughest schedule preseason. Opponents' win percentage last year was over 55%.
It was, yes.
So it's going to be tough. We'll get Coach Anderson on and preview fall camp here in the next couple weeks. And we'll have the coaches show back on. We'll have all the games for you right here live on your home for Utah Tech football, the Fan Sports Network. Of course, we'll be talking some SUU football. Delane Fitzgerald, a great friend of the show. He's always gracious and joins us. So we'll be talking T-Bird football too here on the Fan Sports Network for all of our great listeners up there on 93.1 in Cedar City or 1400 AM in Parowan. Got to take a break. When we come back, deep dive on the leaderboard. Second round well underway at the Open Championship at Royal Birkdale. And Paulie's picks. Oh, we got some lead pipe locks for the World Cup games this weekend. It's all coming up next. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is The Drive. Love our show partners inside the Finley Hyundai studio. Show today brought to you by Zag, Coral Canyon Golf Course, Game Day Men's Health, the Rev Golf Tour, and our friends at Prime IV. And it's muggy, a little overcast, but it's still hot out there. And so if you want to cool off, recharge, feel your best, get over to Prime IV. I'm going to go today and get probably the champion.
Okay.
Over there. They do have a Beat the Heat special. So if you want to join me at Prime IV, you can get.
Yeah, why don't you tell everyone about that? Hold on 1 second here.
Yeah.
I got it ready for you.
Okay. What do you got? You got a nice sounder for me or something?
I got a sounder. There it is.
Like breaking news sounder?
Breaking news.
It's hot outside, everybody. It's breaking from Prediction Paul.
That's
so
right.
if it's hot and you're feeling drained and you need to cool off, recharge, you need Prime IV. For a limited time, they got the Beat the Heat special at Prime IV. And so you get the IV and a vitamin injection. Little bonus for you there. Just $99. You'll get the zero gravity massaging chairs, the IV, the oxygen, the vitamin shot, all for just $99. But this deal ends in 14 days. You got 2 weeks. You got to call or book before July 31st. So call Prime IV. Book your appointment today. Just $99 for the Beat the Heat Summer Special. PrimeIVSTG.com. Look them up, give them a call, or stop on by in person over there on Riverside Drive. I love these guys. My daughter went yesterday. She's feeling fantastic. I'm going today. The whole family, I think, at some point or another, except for maybe one of my daughters, has been to Prime IV. All right, dive deep. Leaderboard open. We'll be talking about a winner next time we hit the airwaves on Monday morning.
Yes. Who's going to be the winner?
It's wide open right now.
Wow.
I mean
no pick from you.
Well, no, I didn't say that I wasn't going to give a pick. I said it's wide open right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
kind of a it's a tough pick kind of statement.
We're not even at the halfway point yet.
That's right. I'm asking you to project here. You're the golf guy.
Scotty Scheffler.
All right.
I mean,
you're sticking with him.
Scotty is due to win a major. I have a hard time believing that Scotty can't win a major in 2026. This is his last shot.
Check the live.
He started the day
to win the tournament. He is the leader on DraftKings.
He was 3 off the lead to start his round today. He just parred his first hole, so he's just getting on the golf course. So he's at 2 under. He's tied for 22nd. So, I mean, look, I'm not taking Lucas Herbert or Cam Young or Sam Burns or Sung Ji Im or somebody to the lead, but I'm taking the world-class player that is Scotty Scheffler because he's due to win a major. I had the wrong Fitzpatrick on my team, Paulie. Matt Fitzpatrick is scrapping to try to make the cut.
Yes.
And his brother Alex is climbing the leaderboard and got to 4 under.
I see that.
Moments ago.
Yes. Incredible for the brother, but not good for Matt.
8 shots better than Matt Fitzpatrick. He's going to miss the cut. He shot 72. So 2 over in both of his rounds, 4 over. That is not going to do it. The projected cut right now is even par. Now, if 3 guys go backwards and there's still half the field that's out on the golf course or getting out on the golf course in the afternoon wave of round 2, I think it's going to move to 1 over. I think 1 over is going to be the cut. But there's no guarantees because this course is very gettable right now, and guys are shredding Royal Birkdale. That was evident when Sam Burns and Lucas Herbert both went out and shot 62s already today, 8 under par rounds.
Yeah. Burns has been impressive the last couple majors, I feel like.
Well, he was 3 over after the first round. He struggled yesterday. He shot 3 up.
Yeah, but he's come back. Look at him.
Absolutely.
Fourth place. 3 Americans up top there in the top 5.
Yeah. You got Herbert leading, Cam Young and Jackson Suver, a couple Americans tied for second. Sam Burns is 5 under. He's tied for 4th with Sung Ji Im, who's played 10 holes.
Yeah.
He's played 10 holes.
Okay, and he's off to a good start today.
Yeah. Other guys at 4 under to watch for. Mentioned Fitzpatrick, but Dietrich is there. Bud Cauley is there. Alex Smalley, Molinari. Pearson Cootie's having a good tournament so far. He shot even today. He's in that group at 3 under with J.J. Spawn.
Yeah.
Shane Lowry, Ludwig Berg, and Bryson DeChambeau, 3 under. He's only played 2 holes. So if you're watching the golf or going to watch some golf this morning, you're going to get Scotty and Bryson in that group. You're going to get a lot of TV time. Patrick Reed shot 400 today after shooting 2 over yesterday, so he's up to T22. He's on my team. Hey, my top 3 guys are good, but Fitzpatrick's going to miss the cut.
Yeah.
Where's Tommy?
Rose going to miss the cut.
Tommy's going to make
for
the
Brian's team, and I think Neiman's going to miss the cut for my team. So I think all of us will have at least one missed cut.
Then I'm looking good because my team is 9 under par right now with the other 3.
That's right.
Scotty's 2 under.
And I don't think we can make Mason pay for breakfast as a guest picker.
What do you mean? He was a former high school golf coach.
He said he didn't really know too much about the game, and he did us a favor by making the picks because we couldn't have Tara or couldn't find anyone around the office. So I don't think he needs to make.
Oh, are you going to cover it for him?
No,
this is your deal. You're the one that puts the wager out there. The loser has to buy breakfast.
But he's not. He doesn't work here.
He said he'd come back.
Okay, all right.
Doesn't matter.
We're just gonna make a guy that comes in for a guest pick buy breakfast for 3 people.
Yeah, and if you or me or BY has to buy it, we're gonna invite him in to eat it.
Okay, I didn't know he was getting the invite to come back. So all right.
With the cut projected at 1 over.
Yeah.
The 2 overs that are finished, that are hoping it moves to 2 over, Cam Smith, Matt McCarty, Billy Horschel, the amateur Mason Howell, JT Poston, Nikolai Højgaard, Aaron Rye, who already won a major this year. Jake Naptime is still on the course. He's at 2 over, so he's got some work to do. Same with Rasmus Højgaard. Minwoo Lee, he's played 4 holes today. He's at 2 over. Jason Day shot 3 over yesterday, so he's 1 under today. He's only played 3 holes. So there's a bunch of storylines on making the cut at the Open. So, again, your leader is Lucas Herbert, 8 under par. Jackson Suber and Cam Young are 6 under. Sam Burns is a 5 under. Then you got a bunch of guys at 4 and 3. Right now, in red figures, there is 38 guys 1 under or better. That is rare for a major championship, Paul. You have 38 guys halfway through round 2 that are in red figures.
Yeah.
So, no, I mean, when you took Tommy Fleetwood as your first pick and let me pick Scotty Scheffler, it was like a gift from the gods.
That's right. I was kind of doing a different bit there. It's probably going to come back to hurt me.
At least Tommy looks like he's going to, if he can play well today, can make the weekend.
Yes.
What is he, 1 under par?
All right.
So he's T38 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. There you go. I'm gonna probably be in and out of coverage today and even tomorrow, but Sunday cannot wait to just sit back and lock in on the Open Championship. It's kind of weird with you because you got to watch it early in the morning, so you got to get up on the weekends if you want to see the meat and potatoes. But really, like Sunday's final round, the bulk of the final groups round, it's going to go from, I don't know, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.-ish.
Yeah.
So 8 a.m., you're not going to have to get up too early if you just want to watch the leaders tee off and you can see the last 4 or 5 hours, and that's the meaty part of the golf anyway, the coverage. Coverage right now on USA. Is the coverage switching on the weekend, or is it staying with US? Switches to NBC or something?
I can't remember who the network is.
Yeah. Hard to keep track of what sports have what rights with all the digital partners and all the TV networks nowadays, right? Is it on Amazon? Is it on Netflix? Is it on YouTube TV? Is it on Paramount Plus? What are they doing? Is it going to go on, whatever streaming platform you can want to fill in the blank with? Yeah, I'm sticking with Scotty. But I wouldn't mind seeing Sam Burns win.
Okay.
Obviously, I would love to see Ryan Gerard, who's kind of my sneaky pick that I got in a different little contest. He shot 300 yesterday. I'm in a pool with about 70 people, Paulie.
Yeah.
And I'm one of only like 6 or 7 people that took Gerard. I couldn't even believe there was that many. I thought that was super sneaky.
I like that.
So we'll see.
A little sneak attack.
I'm excited to watch the weekend of the Open Championship. So here's the leaderboard rundown.
All right.
Who's your pick to win it?
The Open?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with I don't think he's currently in the top 3, but I think that John Rahm's going to make a push. One of my guys. Spaniard.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Former major champion.
Yeah, I thought Morikawa was. He got all the way to 5 under, and then he made a mess of his round coming in today. He was one of the guys that I had on my team. He goes bogey, bogey, birdie, bogey on his last 4 holes.
That hurts.
To shoot level, even par. So it doesn't you're going to play the weekend. Obviously, had it going and then let it slip there at the end. All right, let's talk World Cup. Prediction Paulie's World Cup. He's all of a sudden a soccer guru.
Yeah.
He has watched
You call
more
it that.
World Cup than baseball
Yes.
in the month of June and July combined.
Yes. I would agree with that statement.
He's become a out-of-the-closet England fan, and I'm really interested to see who you pick. You had England over Argentina. I had Argentina advancing.
Yes.
We both had France, so we were both wrong. And now we've got France versus England. Who wants to play this game the most? It's in Miami. It's going to be hot and muggy.
It's going to be hot. So I'm not going to take a winner or loser in this one. I think there's two guys that are going to score in this game. Captain for the English team, Harry Kane, and the guy that's fighting for the golden boot still, Kylian Mbappe. I think I'm going to take both those guys to score in this game.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Kane with 7 goals.
Yeah, and he's the penalty kick guy for England.
If he had a hat trick and they beat France, would it still be enough to pass Messi? I doubt it.
I'm not talking about Kane for the boot. I'm talking about Mbappe.
No, but I'm just looking for motivation for Kane
Kane
to
will
score.
get something. You know, he'll get a look, a header or a penalty kick.
Well, he didn't against Argentina,
Well, they went in a shell. They played 11 back.
which was
They're not going to be playing 11 back in the
Coach.
in the
What's his name?
third
Coach
place.
Tuchel?
Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel.
Thomas Tuchel's in my doghouse.
All right, he's in your doghouse. Yeah, that's right. Tuchel.
Get him, Fido.
He definitely made that game tough to watch.
All right, I am going with France.
All right.
And I think it's going to be 2-1. France beats England.
Okay.
Sunday, who you got? World Cup
I will
championship.
pick a winner in the championship game. I'm going to go with the Spaniards. I'm going Spain here over Argentina. I think they're the better team.
And I had Spain. I said when Spain beat France, I'm picking them no matter what. And I am going to. It's just too good of a story. You can't write it in Hollywood. I'm going to switch my pick.
Look at this.
Give me the GOAT, Lionel Messi, and Argentina to go win
Argentina
the World
to lift the
Cup.
trophy plus 130, Spain minus 160.
Yeah,
So
I'm taking
they
the
are the
dogs.
decided dog.
Ooh, going with the dogs. Yeah, what was that bark? Give me that bark again. Oh,
Yeah. Fearsome
Peaches.
dog. Yeah.
Peaches.
Yeah.
Let it
All right.
growl. We got to go. You guys have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Thank you so much for listening or watching on the Fan Sports Network.